Welcome to the Extra Medium channel, my YouTube channel where I build cool stuff and race it. In this episode, I'm going to be making a dirt bike for my daughter. This will be a Christmas gift. I'm pretty excited about it. These dirt bikes are, these little 110cc Chinese bikes are dirt cheap. You can buy them for next to nothing. I spent, I think, maybe 80 bucks on this one. And parts are all over Amazon, eBay for also dirt cheap. So I'm going to basically take this bike apart entirely, clean everything up, and make it a pink little cutesy motorcycle for my daughter because she likes that kind of stuff. So I hope you enjoy. So I'm going to try to get this frame super clean. I'm not sure whether I'm going to paint it black or have it powder coated pink or blue or something cute. So I'm not going to bore you with all this, but basically just getting all this junk out of here and then cleaning it at least down to the paint. Now, after going through all of this nasty cleaning of the frame, I decided if I did this much work to get it clean, I'm not just going to paint it black again. So I went with a light pink, and so I just use spray paint because it works just fine, and then I use a 2K clear over top of it, and it turns out really well. I gotta change the tires. Well, get the old tires off, paint the rims somehow, and then put the newer tires on. Commence cursing. All right, one wheel off. And yes, I did just use a Sawzall to cut that freaking bead because I'm so sick of it. Let me know which color Loctite you like to use on these. I'm using red. I usually use the color that I have, and today that's red. So. Kill switch. CDI. Alright, so I'm going to set it on this jack stand real quick. There, that should work pretty well. That goes on that side. The big one goes on the brake side, which is pretty obvious because the brake side's got a deeper dish on it. No, whoa, 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 whoa. Chill out there, homie. Alright, folks, we got it. Everything's fine. Promise. Now, throw this brake caliper on. Oh, now, seriously. That's the sound of it not fitting. The new brake disc on here, it's too large. It's funny, I ordered a 220 from a 190 because the 190 was only grabbing a little bit, but this is too large so the bracket won't fit down. So I'm going to have to make a new bracket to hold this caliper because I'm not ordering anything else. We're making stuff from now on. What I've done is I took the old brake caliper and chop that loose. And I'll take this off. I'll weld this onto the end of the other bracket and extend it basically. So here's the bit of the old caliper, and this is obviously the new caliper bracket. So if I line that up to where I can get the most amount of surface area, the pads onto the rotor, comes out to about right there. So I'm gonna lay a couple quick tacks in there and hook this part onto there. And then once I get that lined up, I can manipulate it back and forth and then do the top as well. Now I'll fully weld it all on. Now with the caliper all lined up, at the bottom, I've stuck this piece of aluminum in through there to keep that spacing proper between the caliper bracket and the rotor. Now if I come to the back side, this is where I'll put my tacks. Right there. Here's how my weld turned out. And fully welded and mounted on, there we are. This universal chain slide just needs a little bit of trimming. Mark where that goes. The back wheel mounted. I'm gonna go ahead and get the chain on. Roll it through here. I'm gonna put this little chain guide on as well. Amazingly, these holes don't line up. So, all right, let me get some new holes in there. Just a little bit of adjustment. I'm going to show you a trick that I've shown before, but I think it's worth showing multiple times. Take a zip tie, slide a little piece of tubing on there like that. If you're trying to secure a brake line or something else, but you don't want it rubbing against the part that you're securing it to, take your zip tie and your tubing and you put it around like that. You'll pull that tight. Now this part can wrap around something like a fork leg. It's like a standoff with zip ties. Pretty useful in certain times. Let me show you how I use it on the bike. There. Holds it securely, but away from whatever you're securing it to. Got the swing arm and shock on, front brake is fixed, and all the wires are managed, and cables going up through the triple clamp. I think it's probably time that I get the exhaust put on. So just a simple exhaust with a crush washer for the seal on the head. So I forgot to video this, but went ahead and added an extra muffler before the end muffler. It'll stick out a little bit, but it'll be fine. Right now I'm gonna make the mount for this. I'm gonna make a bracket that comes out here and it goes down and across and lays flat against that. And then the bracket will also come out here and allow this to attach to it. So I'm gonna get to work on that now. Large hose clamp that I have is too large to go around this, so I need to make up some space in here. Now, similar to a normal exhaust mounting bracket, just having a bit of rubber inside there take up that space and to quiet any shuffling around. I just took some silicone hose, cut it down to half, and I'll use that to make up the extra space for that hose clamp. Tank mounting surfaces, I used these poly bushing or poly washers, and just spray glue and just glued them right on there to the frame. That way they'll always stay there. And when you take the tank off, you don't have to worry about them falling and finding them and stuff. So it'll be a good separator to keep the frame metal from rubbing on the gas tank metal. And hopefully it'll help stop deteriorating it as it vibrates. All right, so that all hooked on. Everything is secure and ready to go. All right, now that the plastic's on, and let's see how it looks. Now let's see if it starts. I'm not going to put gasoline into the tank, but I think if I spray some carb cleaner to the air filter, I think that's going to be enough. Let's see. On. Kickstart. A little throttle. Whoa. Well, I guess it does start. There we have it. Built in a week. Maybe spent $300, maybe. This was a fun project. It was pretty easy, and like I said, anyone can do something like this. It's so simple, it's dirt cheap, and I hope you had fun watching it because I actually had a lot of fun building it. This will be for my daughter for Christmas. It will be her off-road bike. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for a recap of the race season. As always, thanks for watching Extra Medium Skills. I appreciate you being here. I've got a whole bunch of videos, mostly about motorcycles and building stuff. So if you have it in you, please subscribe. Thanks.